the machine. Angry kid, bad at every level, calling out the kings and the fish and lady devils. Paradise is burning down, words of paradise, burning down the town. He talks, he fights, he stays up through the night. Paradise is burning down, words of paradise. He wears a digital crown.
Welcome back to the CounterCast. However, all you vital idols doing, let me tell you, it's been a fucking day. It has been a day. Cindy, obviously, as you can see, is not here due to the fact that she had a very pressing errand to attend to. Don't worry, she's fine. My AC went out. It's just like it's been a shit show, let me tell you. But we on it. We still going to absolutely cook with an episode of the CounterCast. Obviously, you see what's in the title. We got Pizza Hut going full 90s nostalgia, which is crazy. Will it actually save the company? But let's find out. Skyebrows dropped a new video, but there's more than just that. We got so much more to talk about, and we got roughly 2 hours to do it. It's going to be a great show. I also will not forget the movie spin from this past Friday's Neon Leon. Forgot to do it on Neon Leon. Forgot to do it on the Sunday special, but we're doing it today. So shout out. Let's see who we got up in this bitch. I see Pitbull Up Stars Commanders here. Anthony Way. Sevy with the heavies. What is up? You appreciate it. Cliff 420. Sleeping Nova. We got Dax, not our best mod in the whole damn land. Dropping in them bingo bango bongos. And he is correct. Like the stream. Shouting out and representing over on Kick. We got Devil in Red. I see the Free Expression Warrior is here. Sleeping Nova. Appreciate you. Yuzon Vong is here. What is up, Yuzon Vong? Matt Funcool has joined the party. Garrett Targaryen. Good choice of words being for Kut by having no AC. You're telling me, bro. You're telling me. I'm a thinker like that. I'm always moving, always changing the game. I know exactly how to do this shit because I won't lie. That was completely accidental. I'm just so good, it naturally comes the fuck out. Hail to you as well. Guys, like I said, we're on one today. We're going to do the wheel spin, I promise you, and so much more. So let's just get into it. We're going to cover something real quick, a quickie story, right? This is the appetizer. This is the amuse-bouche, if you will, because I was so excited for this, and now it's gone. I was so excited for this, and now it ain't gonna happen. But when you look into it, maybe that's not a bad thing. Sega cancels its billion-dollar super game project. So for those of you that remember this was announced, I believe, during Summer Games Fest last year. Maybe it was even earlier than that. But Sega basically stated they're going to be bringing back a bunch of their dead IPs and go all in with it. And people were all wondering, like, yo, what IPs are they bringing back? Crazy Taxi, Golden Axe, Vector Man, like what was they going to bring back? Because besides Yakuza and Sonic, and I mean, kind of Persona's Atlas, but Atlas is owned by Sega. Point is, besides Yakuza, Sonic, and Persona, Sega really just kind of limped into the barn with some shit. So I was like, oh man, this billion-dollar game is going to revive these old products. Well, now that's being canceled, but that might not be a bad thing. There's something that they either didn't announce during the initial announcement or something that I had just missed when the announcement happened. For years, Sega's mysterious Super Game Initiative sounded like one of the company's biggest long-term bets. It was presented as an ambitious next-generation online platform, a massive global live service ecosystem designed to compete in the same space as giants like Fortnite, Roblox, and other forever games. That's the part I didn't know. Now, maybe I just missed it. I don't think this was part of the original announcement. When Sega first announced this initiative, Jet Set Radio, that's another classic. When Sega first announced this initiative, I don't think they mentioned that it was live service, guys. I don't think it was they mentioned that it was going to be live service at all. So now hearing that it's canceled, I don't give a fuck. I don't want live service games. If they're going to bring these games back, if they're going to bring back Golden Axe, if they're going to bring back Crazy Taxi, if they're going to bring back Jet Set Radio, I want actual fucking games, not live service games. And this is incredibly hypocritical coming from somebody who just started playing Sonic Rumble last night. Yeah, me and Seb played hours of that. That's a live service game. Holy shit, it is fun as fuck. But I don't want all those games to be that. I want a return to a time when you can just buy a fucking single player game or even a multiplayer game and it not be some live service online absolute bullshit. After years of development, internal restructuring, and heavy investment, the project is officially dead. Quietly confirmed through Sega Sammy Holdings' fiscal year 2026 earnings presentation, cancellation marks the end of what may have been one of the company's most expensive strategic pivots in decades. Anybody else getting Dreamcast vibes? Anybody else like, well, they threw in all this money and too little too late. There was no saving it. Like, I'm getting major Dreamcast vibes. The deeper you look into it, the more it feels less like a sudden failure and more like a company slowly realizing it was fighting a battle that would never realistically position to win. What made the super game concept so interesting was it was first its sheer scale. Back when Sega first started discussing the initiative around 2019, maybe it was way longer ago than I realized, executive framed it as a central pillar of the company's future. This wasn't supposed to be just another multiplayer game. It was envisioned as a giant interconnected platform capable of generating long-term recurring revenue on a global level, potentially supported by acquisitions, cloud infrastructure, user-generated content systems, and aggressive live service monetization. Well, aren't we glad it didn't come to fruition then? At the height of the industry optimism surrounding the games as a service, the strategy probably sounded logical internally. Problem is, the market changed dramatically before Sega could fully get there. Now, this is the interesting part, because this relates to Sony. We were talking on Saturday Night Hypnosis this past Sunday. It's fucking Saturday Night Hypnosis. Jesus Christ, Leon, get it together, son. Anyway, we were talking about on Saturday Night Hypnosis how Sony is going all in on live service, how that's obviously a huge mistake. Their live service games are failing. Marathon was not in the top 8 games player count wise. Helldivers, not in the top 8 games player count wise. Sony's officially released numbers, and none of their first party hits are there. They canceled the Last of Us live service game. They canceled the Until Dawn live service game. Suicide Squad killed the Justice League anyone. Bingo, bingo, bongo. Exactly, Daxnar. So needless to say, yeah, the fact that Sega's saying, you know what? Let's just cancel this massive project. Let's just cancel this massive project means that Sega understands something that Sony doesn't. Sega actually understands the market is shifting. Customers, consumers, gamers don't actually fucking want this. Like, there's always going to be some live service games that will continue on to the ends of the heat death of the fucking universe. Fortnite, for example. And now, fine, Fortnite, they're losing money. Epic is hemorrhaging money. Fortnite's losing money. Now, granted, how much of that is because there's less monetization, less people paying for the monetized practices, and how much more of it's they spend billions of dollars doing things like collabs with these rappers and shit like that. Hey, shout out, we got a Bigot Army raid. Well, you guys will certainly love what we're talking about here because, again, it relates to what we're talking about Saturday Night Hypnosis. So, yes, shout out to the Bigot Army. Thank you so much, Hypno, you absolute legend. And yes, Anthony, I don't like Fortnite either. Ain't nobody like Fortnite. Fortnite fucking sucks. Unless your name is Cult Classic Cage and you can kind of get a pass for it because you're so cool in every other regard, Fortnite's fucking gay and retarded, all right? Fortnite for queers. But the point is, even Fortnite is hemorrhaging money, at least compared to what they used to do. Sony ain't recognizing this. Sony don't know what's going on. So for Sega to say, look, we've spent years trying to do this this massive games as a service idea with all of our IPs in one centralized spot, and for them to cancel it, yeah, that's probably that's a financial blow to Sega. But it's actually probably way smarter than like limping to the barn and having this come out and then going the route of Sony, which is the games actually don't get played. You have to cancel them. You have to shut down the servers, things like that. The modern live service landscape has become brutally unforgiving. A decade ago, publishers saw games like League of Legends, Fortnite, and more recently, Genshin Impact generating astronomical recurring revenue and assumed the model itself was the future. What companies misunderstood is the successes weren't easily repeatable formulas. They became cultural ecosystems with enormous momentum, network effects, and years of constant reinvestment. By the mid-2020s, the market had essentially calcified around a small handful of dominant forever games. Players only have so much time, attention, and money. Convincing them to abandon ecosystems they've already invested thousands of hours in has become incredibly difficult. And that is why, like, I will say, because I was talking about Sonic Rumble earlier, which I played for the first time last night, it's pretty egregious with this monetization. I'm going to be real. It's pretty egregious with this monetization. However, it is free to play like all these games. And also, all the free stuff is still really good and really cool. Like, I was going to say I haven't spent a dime. That's not true. I did spend $8, but not for anything that would have given me any like improvements in the game, no pay to win shit. It was complete vanity. They were doing some Sonic Adventure skins, and Sonic Adventure is my favorite video game of all time. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do $8 for the Sonic Adventure Battle Pass. But beyond that, everything else I've gotten in the game thus far has been all free to play, and it's been great. Now, that being said, this article makes a good point about the ecosystem. When you've got games like Fortnite, when you've got games like Genshin Impact, I don't know that classic Sega IPs, like the ones that we want to see come back, Jet Set Radio, Crazy Taxi, Golden Axe, Vector Man, the list goes on. I don't see those as being huge pulls for the modern game, for like the modern youth, the youths, as they call them. Like, if you got some fucking 14, 15-year-old kid playing Fortnite and Sega's going to be like, yo, how about you play our new Sega version of Fortnite? We got Vector Man. 15-year-old motherfucker ain't gonna know what a goddamn Vector Man is. They ain't gonna know who Axel is from Crazy Taxi. They ain't gonna know what a taxi is. They got Uber. So, needless to say, yeah, this honestly would not have worked. That's the trap Sega seems to have walked into. According to the company's own financial reporting, recent free-to-play projects failed to meet expectations. Looking at you, Sony, and the earnings presentation specifically pointed towards disappointing performance from newer free-to-play initiatives. We launched the initiative in 2019. We positioned two major pillars in our growth strategy. One, focus on our major IP and expand them. Good. Stick with this one. Yes, I would like to see an expansion of your major IPs. I'm a Sonic fan. We all know this. It is no goddamn secret that your boy is the biggest Sonic fan in the world, the biggest normal Sonic fan in the world, because I don't have a DeviantArt account. But I want to see more from Sega than just Sonic. I love Sonic. I love Persona. I want to see more from Sega than just Sonic and Persona. Now, mind you, I do need to get into the Yakuza games. I haven't played the Yakuza games since the goddamn PS2. I think it was Yakuza like 4 or something. I have several of the newer ones on Steam. I just haven't gotten around to them. But the thing is, I'm a classic Sega fan, right? I'm a classic Sega fan. There's a reason I keep bringing up Golden Axe. There's a reason I keep bringing up Crazy Taxi. There's a reason I keep bringing up fucking Vector Man. Like, these are the things I want to see come back. I don't want to see them come back as live service. They will not work as live service. You need to make them probably like smaller, more AA games and rebuild the brand from the ground up. People up with a two-banger. Pizza Hut or Domino's? Which one is goated? Domino's is better consistently, but man, sometimes Pizza Hut just hits right. Sometimes Pizza Hut just hits right, but Domino's is consistently better. 2. Develop AAA online title to achieve significant growth in mid and long term. We named this project Super Games to reflect our commitment to pursuing this ambition, leveraging the expertise of developing and operating online games we've cultivated through Phantasy Star Online 2. Another classic, Phantasy Star. Classic. And our extensive IP portfolio. We work to create a new form of entertainment that goes beyond the concepts of conventional games, Sega representative said to GameFile, and now they've shut it down. One example frequently mentioned was Sonic Rumble. Hey, look at that. I didn't even know the article. I haven't read this article. This is my first time going through this article. I saw a headline. Sevi saw a headline and sent it to me. I saw said headline, and I thought, oh, look at that. Now, Free Flow, you say you want high-quality Sonic. I agree. Here's the deal. Sonic needs to go back to being AAA. Sonic is Sega's bread and butter. Sonic needs to... Frontiers was still a AA game, but it proved that they can go AAA with it. So yes, I want AAA Sonic. I want AAA, the Persona games. I don't know if you really consider those AAA or not. That's more of a question for you guys. And obviously Yakuza games are oftentimes considered AAA. But yes, point is, I'm talking about the IPs that are being resurrected, for the ones that I want to see come back, for the Phantasy Stars, for the Crazy Taxis, for the Golden Axes. Those need to start as AA. You don't go all crazy with the budget out the gate when you're trying to resurrect a dead IP, because if nobody buys into it, you're out all that money, all that time, all that effort, all that artistry. This is how studios close down. This is how you lose workers, the whole nine. So, like, yes, Sonic is established. Persona is established. By all means, go AAA with those, but stay AA. Stay AA for these revivals. Just please get the same team behind the Frontiers OST back to the sequel. Holy fuck, what a collection of mega bangers. You are telling me. Favorite Crazy Taxi driver? Oh, it's Axel. I know he's like the poster child of the series. He's the fucking Goku of Crazy Taxi, but it's absolutely Axel. Like, there's just something about, like, it's got that 90s attitude, extreme era. He's got the fucking, like, wide open Hawaiian shirt with his abs showing, the fucking green hair, the perma smirk, like, looks like he's always listening to, like, Operation Ivy or something. Yeah, absolutely Axel. When Sega acquired the Angry Birds creator in 2023, the move initially looked like an attempt to rapidly strengthen its mobile and live service expertise. On paper, it made sense. Acquire a company experienced in operating large-scale mobile ecosystems, use that knowledge to accelerate Sega's broader games-as-a-service ambitions. Instead, the acquisition became another warning sign rather than unlocking explosive growth. Rovio reportedly experienced declining performance and internal restructuring pressure after the deal. So again, let's compare this to Sony. This actually sounds exactly like what's going down with Sony and Bungie, but to a much lesser degree. It doesn't seem like the losses from Rovio come anywhere near what's going down with Bungie and Sony. But the point is, it's the same. It's happening in the West. It's happening in the East. This is a just notable trend going forward. That doesn't necessarily mean the acquisition itself was doomed, but it reinforced a larger problem Sega couldn't ignore anymore. Simply entering the live service market with money and recognizable IP was no guarantee of long-term success. And that's really the core lesson here. The gaming industry spent years convincing itself that live service was the inevitable future of gaming. Publishers aggressively shifted resources away from standalone games because recurring monetization sounded infinitely more attractive than one-time purchases. But the industry is now facing the consequences of oversaturation. And that's what always happens. That's what all. Why is grunge dead? Well, besides the fact that grunge fucking sucks, unless your name is Soundgarden or Alice in Chains, aside from the fact that grunge fucking sucks, everyone became a goddamn grunge band. Nirvana pops up, then you got fucking Pearl Jam and Alice in Chains, and you got Soundgarden. The next thing you know, everyone's a goddamn grunge band to the point ain't nobody ever want to be a fucking grunge band again. You oversaturate the market, you kill it. And we are absolutely seeing an oversaturation of live service games. I didn't like live service games. I didn't like live service games when they started, when that became the norm. Like, let alone the resentment that's been building up from other gamers who are slowly catching on. It's crazy. Let's see. Oversaturation. Development costs have exploded. Competition has intensified. Audiences have become far more selective about what they spend on their time. We're now seeing major publishers quietly retreat from strategies they were aggressively promoting just a few years ago. What makes Sega's situation especially interesting is the company already possesses something many competitors desperately want. Extremely strong legacy IPs and loyal audiences. I disagree with this. Look, there are some of us. I agree. I disagree with the extremely strong legacy IPs part. They really aren't. Now, there's the loyal audiences. You certainly have the loyalists. You've got people like me that still boot up the fucking Dreamcast, right? But I don't think that we're a majority. I don't think we're anywhere close to it. And you can't go all in on AAA or live service or games of service or anything catering to just us old heads. I hate admitting it. I hate saying it because I was like, oh, no, you need to cater to the fans. You do need to cater to the fans. But you need to cater to what the fans want beyond just name recognition, beyond just IP. I still want the thing to be good. I don't want to play a live service Crazy Taxi game. I want to play a real deal arcade feeling Crazy Taxi game. So even if you comment, if Sega just says, hey, Leon, key jingle Crazy Taxi in front of you, I'm not immediately going to take the bait and be like, oh, that's cool. Oh, it's live service. Okay, well, fuck that, I guess. So yeah, point is, they're not really strong IPs. Franchises like Persona, Like a Dragon, Society, Sonic the Hedgehog, and Virtua Fighter continue to succeed primarily, but they don't, though. Oh, okay. I should say that Sonic the Hedgehog has been in a very weird spot, both from a fan perspective and a financial perspective. Sonic the Hedgehog's been in a weird spot. Virtua Fighter, what are you talking about? Continues to succeed. Virtua Fighter's dead. Now it's coming back, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited for the Virtua Fighter comeback. Virtua Fighter, favorite 3D arena fighting franchise out there. Better than Soul Calibur, better than Dead or Alive. I love me some Virtua Fighter. That being said, that franchise was fucking dormant for years. And now it is now coming back. But the new game's not out yet. We don't know that it'll actually be a success. So I don't know what you mean when you say continues to succeed. That darn otaku with that two-banger says, this is why you raise your kids old school. Make them love Sega. Shit, son. Yeah. 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 White people. Appreciate you, Don Otaku. Continue to succeed primarily because they lean into what fans already associate with Sega. Stylish single-player experiences, strong identity, and focused design rather than endless retention mechanics. That's why the company's decision to reportedly move over 100 staff members away from free-to-play development and back towards premium game production feels significant. It suggests Sega no longer sees chasing trends as a sustainable long-term strategy. Instead, it appears to be returning to the areas where its reputation is strongest. Ironically, this may end up being healthy for the company overall. I think it will. I think this is a short-term, like, yeah, they burned God knows how many. It's Virtua, by the way, not virtual. Virtua, no L. Anyway, I think that this is going to be a short-term pain in the ass for them from a financial perspective because they have put all this time and money and effort into this over the years. But again, they recognize their folly early. One of the biggest misconceptions during the live service boom was the idea that premium games and recurring service games existed in direct competition. In reality, many players never wanted every franchise transformed into a perpetual monetized platform. What a fucking shock. Given the ambitious nature of the project, we adopted a long-term research and development phase for technical validation and related activities. We proceeded cautiously in intention of moving to full-scale development only after we can confirm sufficient feasibility. However, in light of intensifying market competition, the emergence of competing titles based on similar concepts, and our business conditions, we made the decision to discontinue the development of Super Game during the fiscal year ending in March 2026. Man, this is a much longer article than Niche Gamer usually does. Well done, crew over Niche Gamer. They wanted polished, memorable experiences with clear creative direction, and historically, that's where Sega has often thrived. Even the ongoing success of Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis arguably demonstrates this balance better than their abandoned Super Game concept ever did. Phantasy Star Online 2 already has an established audience, infrastructure, and identity. Supporting existing ecosystems often makes far more sense than gambling billions on building entirely new ones from scratch. The cancellation also reflects a broader industry reality publishers are slowly being forced to confront. Live service games are no longer viewed as safe investments. In fact, they may now be among the riskiest projects possible. And you know good goddamn well That don't mean a damn thing to Sony. That Sony's still gonna gobble the live service cock and put out flop after flop, and it's glorious. You love to see it. We're living in the timeline where we might get to see Sega overtake Sony. I can't wait. All right. Failures are increasingly common. Audiences are hard to retain, and even well-funded projects from major companies collapse before launch. Again, see the Horizon Zero Dawn live service, the fucking Last of Us live service. In that context, Sega's retreat doesn't really feel embarrassing. If anything, it feels pragmatic. Yes, there's a certain disappointment in knowing the mysterious super game experiment will never fully materialize after years of speculation and R&D. There's also something refreshing about a publisher recognizing when a strategy isn't working before doubling down even harder. Because at this point, companies most likely to survive the next decade probably won't be the only ones endlessly chasing whatever trend currently dominates the market. Good job, Ivan Katik, or what the fuck ever. Yeah, that was a good article. I like that. I guess you're probably not one of the ones. I follow a lot of the niche gamer dudes on X, but I don't recognize him. Yeah, at the end of the day, this boils down to I think Sega's making the right call. Now, does this mean that Sega is going to make good single player? Not even single player. It doesn't even need to be single player. Because again, when I think of Virtua Fighter is not a single player game. That's a fucking fighter. You get together with your buddies, you hang out on the couch, you beat the shit out of each other while you throw back some whiskey and eat some pizza, right? Like, that's how you fucking do it. So the point is, Sega needs to lean into its IPs. It needs to bring back that living room experience, that bedroom experience. Just you know what? I want to turn on some games. I just want to chill. I want to relax. Like, there's no need to go with the aggressive monetization. There's no need to get competitive. If you make yourself some double-A games with just a regular budget, with just a manageable budget, pop it out. People will come. You just need to slowly rebuild the brand. Like, people our age, we remember Golden Axe. 15-year-old kids in 2026, they've never fucking heard of Golden Axe. So you're going to have to get them invested with a not low effort, but like a low cost, relatively easy barrier to entry, but still enough of a barrier to entry that you don't want to bring in the gross ass, disgusting fucking faggot ass normies. Like that's a bad thing. So yeah, I mean, that's a tight balance to walk, but basically just give us what we love. Give us what we love. They're already trying to bring the 90s back, right? Everyone's trying to bring the goddamn 90s back. Fucking Street Fighter 2's coming out. Street Fighter 2's trailer is the most 90s fucking movie trailer you've ever seen. Wasn't there a TV show that recently came out that people are loving? That takes place in the 90s. I don't fucking remember. Basically, they're trying to do it for the 90s what Stranger Things did to the 80s. And you know what? If that's the way things are going, if the nostalgia train is going full 90s nostalgia, great, do that, but don't just coast on nostalgia. Give us these good products and actually rebuild these legacies, like rebuild these IPs and make them something that can have an entire new generation be loyal to, while still, of course, catering and adhering to us classic fans. And yeah, I understand that Stranger Things is the 80s. I'm saying there's a show that's trying to do for the 90s, like what Stranger Things did for the 80s. Malcolm in the Middle, I think there's a lot. Yeah, Malcolm in the Middle just got a reboot. That's right. Super Saiyan Goku working on your mic. Yes, he is. Super Saiyan, yeah, he's doing them fucking curls, them pull-ups. Absolutely. That was ABF's idea, was to put a little character on there to distract for that, just the dangling mic cord didn't look all that weird. Anyway, that's my thoughts on that. That's my thoughts on Sega and the cancellation of Super Game. It is actually probably much better long term. Much better long term. I do not like the Outbreak games. I think the Outbreak games are honestly not that great games. Nobody liked the Outbreak games. Nobody liked the Outbreak games when they came out. And they also didn't sell particularly well because nobody fucking wanted them. It was a cool idea, but they're not particularly great games. Code Veronica will get a remake, and I hate it. I hate the fact they'll get a remake. At least you didn't dangle a dick on it. What do I look like, Atreus? Alrighty. That's right. Shots fired. Shots fired at fucking Atreus. But speaking of 90s nostalgia. Pizza Hut Classic goes all in on retro. Could it save the company? This is what I'm talking about. Like 90s nostalgia is the new thing. There's things come and go in waves in culture, right? You had the superhero boom. The superhero boom is over. People ain't going to see no fucking superhero movies anymore. What they are going to see? Video game movies. People seeing Mortal Kombat. People seeing the Sonic the Hedgehog movies. People seeing Super Mario Bros. Galaxy. The 90s as a whole, there was this period of time, there's this real weird period of time where we had this like weird quasi 80s thing. Like, yeah, Stranger Things was doing it, but it also wasn't doing it accurately. You had the Evil Within 2, which I love the Evil Within 2. The Evil 2 Within 2 is great. But using a fucking like synthesized version of a Duran Duran song for its trailer for a Japanese survival horror game, like I like Duran Duran. I do. In fact, the very first vinyl I ever bought was Rio by Duran Duran. But they're not exactly who I think of when I think of survival horror. Like, so now we're in this weird quasi, let's bring the 90s back. And I'm curious if this is going to work for Pizza Hut. Let's find out.
Hey guys, Pizza Hut is coming back. And you're probably saying Pizza Hut never left. I'm not talking about modern Pizza Hut. I'm talking about the old Pizza Hut from back in the day, the 80s and 90s, when you had like the red cups and the red checks and all the cool stuff, that the lights and everything.
You want to know what I love about Pizza Huts? Not even about Pizza Huts, about Pizza Hut buildings. Like, the red roofs are gone. The red roofs are gone. They're all fucking gray now. And then every now and again, you'll drive past a building that, like, oh yeah, that used to be a Pizza Hut. And it's like a fucking office building or something, but you know it used to be a Pizza Hut because it's still got like the fucking trapezoid roof. It's just all gray and shit.
Everything else, if you've been there, if you know, you know. All right, the old retro, fantastic golden era of Pizza Hut. Okay, they're bringing it back. Well, one guy who owns 100 locations is reverting all his locations back to the old Pizza Hut look. So before we get into any further, please like and subscribe. If you do, I'll give you a woohoo.
You will know, you will always know it was a Pizza Hut. Yeah, you will always know it was a Pizza Hut building. Like, there's no getting around it. Now that being said, someone said earlier about Yum Corporation is fucking awful. Yum Corporation was the downfall of Pizza Hut. Absolutely.
Also supposed to mention to you that if you would like more of us, go out to more.clownthishtv.com awesome. And you can get more videos and exclusive content. And if you want to pay for extra content that's paywalled, you can do so for less than the cost of a super chat. As Neon says, he does it better than me.
See, you're going about it wrong. Not less than the cost of a super chat. You got to attract these young bucks, right? You got to say less than the cost of OnlyFans thought. You could pay for paywall content for less than the cost of an OnlyFans thought. Piplup with a 2-banger. Pizza Hut, mozzarella sticks, and Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Bro, you are speaking my good goddamn language, son.
He's not here. So it is me, Kiki Sparkles, and Neon is not here for this video because he's losing his voice. So we're going to talk about this. We're talking about this. You've probably seen it online. I know it's on X. Everybody's talking about it. So there's this guy. I think his name is Tim Sparks. He's the CEO of Dayling Corporation, a restaurant management company that owns several Pizza Hut locations. So he renovated some of his restaurants to look like the classic.
What was the best Pizza Hut pizza? It didn't matter. I'll be real. The toppings at Pizza Hut never mattered. You want to know why? Because it was all about that crust, son. It was all about the fucking crust, son.
Like Pizza Huts, and people are going crazy for it. So now he's going to do up to like 80 locations in this old style. I'm not sure where the locations are, but while that's going on, you have another issue, which is Pizza Hut's closing a bunch of locations.
That's an excellent question, and it's going to filter out a lot of people. Motherfuckers can get unsubbed. First of all, Michael Dorman says bacon and pepperoni. That's one of the two. I got two go-tos for a pie. I go, first of all, always go deep dish. I always go deep dish. Now either do bacon and pepperoni on a red sauce, or you go bacon, pineapple, jalapeno on a white sauce. You can even throw on some anchovies if you're feeling froggy. Your boy likes anchovies. So you got bacon, pineapple, jalapeno, anchovies on a white sauce, or you go bacon, pepperoni on a red sauce. That's how you do it, son. That's how you do it. And no olives. Here's the thing. Here's why I said no olives. I like olives. I don't like olives on a pizza. Olives on a pie. Olives have such a strong flavor. They cover up the taste of the other toppings. So while I do like olives in other dishes, I don't like olives on my pea because they're so strong. They cover up the taste of the others.
This year, they're talking about Pizza Hut's closing different places. There's an article that has all the locations on it. Just the other day, like yesterday, 49 Pizza Hut locations slightly closed nationwide. So they're closing a bunch of Pizza Huts nationwide because people aren't going to those Pizza Huts. They are not doing well. Meanwhile, the guy who wants to bring back the classic Pizza Hut classic is kicking ass.
Now, here's the question, though. Because like I love this in theory. Yes, it gets my nostalgia boner rock fucking hard, right? I hear, yo, red roof, red cups, fucking couple arcade machines. One of them's always going to be out of order. You got the buffet. You're going to go in and you're going to load your cup with 6 different fucking sodas. Yes, that gets my nostalgia boner going. That being said, is that enough to sustain the business? Like, is that all? If that is all it would take, fair enough, fine. I'm not complaining. Like, that'd be great. But is it a gimmick and the novelty will wear off and they'll be back in the exact same financial position? Or is just the, hey, let's return to the 90s classic? Is that alone enough? Sevi with a 20 banger. Leon doesn't like olives on his pea. You heard. I said pie. Thank you very much. Although you're right. It's something to do with olives and pea. Like that's, you got something wrong with your dick if your piss smells like olives. Just saying. This is for you.
Horse semen's great.
I'm digging horsecock.
Is your cock a horse cock? You will never hear me say nay. Ooh, as I make more.
My favorite stallion I keep in my top drawer kinda goes hard though.
'Cause there is no cock like horse cock. Send your asshole into shock and eat horse.
I don't know how we're going to ever top horsecock.
I still don't know. How we're ever going, because you don't top horsecock. You usually bottom horsecock.
So as this tells you what most of us Gen Xers and millennials could tell you, which was, everybody wants the old stuff. I can't tell you how many Gen Z posts I've seen about how they wish they grew up in the 80s and 90s and they want that so bad. So they want malls to come back.
It's funny. So it's a very similar story. He wasn't the manager of the Pizza Hut, but my best friend from high school, we got out of high school and we got in a part. Well, I say we got out of high school. I dropped out of high school. And then once he finished high school, we got an apartment together and he was a delivery driver for a Pizza Hut and he was bringing home free pies every fucking night, son. Every night.
They want the Pizza Hut Classic. If they can go to Pizza Hut Classic and get an experience like the 80s and 90s, they're going to flock to it. Bring back nostalgia, bring back a more peaceful time, a more, engaged time where people actually, associate with other people, talk to other people, knew how to do such things when, it wasn't constant bombardment.
And that's the thing. Pizza Hut was the dine-in guy's pizza place, right? You want to dine in and get a pie? You go to Pizza Hut. It was a social event, a social gathering. Yeah, you could be playing at home, sitting there playing video games, and you want to order some delivery. You're gonna order some delivery. I'm gonna be real. I'm probably going Domino's. 90% of the time, I'm going Domino's. But if I want the social gathering, then absolutely, we're going to motherfucking Pizza Hut. Yeah. I dropped out of high school when I was 17, and I agree with bringing it all back. I'm just not convinced so far that bringing it back is that alone could save the struggling pizza companies. I'm wondering if it's just a novelty that will wear off.
Of shit on social media, shit in the media. It's like everybody's at each other's throats, and people are just tired of it. We did a video a few months ago, and Neil and I were just talking about today about the fact that people just are over pop culture. They're so sick to death of current year Hollywood and media and social media that they want this kind of stuff. This is what they want. Retro gaming, malls, Pizza Hut Classic. Hell, I'd be Pizza Hut Classic.
And this is an excellent point, Teague, whichever. Yes. Are they going back to original formula as well? Are they going back to original formula and talking about like their ingredients, talking about the way they actually prep the pies. Because is that more expensive? Yes. That would be, in fact, prices will probably go up for the consumer because they're going to go up for the business. Me personally, would I pay? Yeah. Yeah, I will pay premium prices to be able to go into a fucking Pizza Hut again, sit down with my homies, eat some pie. Like, dude, imagine going to see Street Fighter 2 in October. Imagine going to see Street Fighter 2 in October. You're reliving them fucking golden days of beating the piss out your homeboy with Ken because he chose Blanca like a fucking queer. And then afterwards, you stop by the goddamn Pizza Hut and you talk about the movie. You drink your fucking soda. You theory craft the sequels. Dude, that sounds like the dream, and I will pay a premium for that. I will pay a higher dollar amount if that's the case. And yes, I have her from Cindy. Her and I have been talking all throughout today. She's good. She's got a very important errand and things, to run life things. But she's good. She is fine. She told me that she certainly wasn't going to be back in time for my stream. She may or may not be for hers. So she might not stream tonight, but she should be good going forward. That's all I'll say on it because that's her thing. But just don't worry about her is my point. Don't worry about her.
At least once a week. Because when I was a kid, growing up, my dad worked a couple hours away from us, okay? And my dad worked.
Well, so this is important, Teague. You said your dad, you're going to get product of any integrity from Yum Company. I've seen them from the inside. I hope they prove me wrong. Well, this isn't all Pizza Huts. So she said it in the video. I didn't really comment on it because I thought it was obvious, but maybe it's not. Maybe that's on me. This isn't all Pizza Hut. This is just one single franchisee who owns like 80 locations. So he's exclusively doing this with his locations. That's all it is. So I don't really know. Yeah, the individual franchises, yes. So this is one franchisee who owns like 80 locations, and he's doing this with his Pizza Huts specifically. Now, if this works out, and if it works, it makes money, and other franchisees are smart, they will follow in his footsteps.
In Pittsburgh, and he would work away during the week and then he'd come home on weekends. And every time he got paid, so twice a month, we would make a trek to Pizza Hut. It was like our family thing. And it was like a family time. It was fun. They had the big pitchers of pop that you pour in the red cups, and they bring out the pizza and they put it on a plate for you. And we just have family time and tell jokes and laugh and just, enjoy each other's company at Pizza Hut.
She's fine, guys. No worries.
And that was to me, that classic Pizza Hut is like a huge memory because it was such a big deal. It was my dad was away. We got to have family time. We got to see my dad because he worked really hard. When he'd come back, and we'd go to Pizza Hut every 2 weeks when he got paid. It was great. It was like a whole ritual, and we always look forward to it. So here,
same. If they did this in my area, here's the dealio. I get one cheat day a week, right? I get one cheat day a week. Usually Monday. Sometimes I set it off till Tuesday because I want to like go out and eat or whatnot. My stream on Tuesday is a little bit later than it is on Monday. Point is, if my area were to get the OG Pizza Hut back, bro. That's every Monday, bro. That's every fucking Monday. Every Monday, either pre or post CounterCast, we celebrate with probably post CounterCast because I don't need to be eating a bunch of buffet fucking pizza and then being like carb backloaded and all sluggish and shit on stream. But you get my point.
Here's the story they're talking about. Several remodeled Pizza Hut locations, customers are stepping into what feels like a time machine. Hell yeah. The iconic red lamps are glowing once again. The red checker tablecloths are back, and those oversized red plastic cups have returned to the table. Yes. There's even a Pac-Man machine sitting in the corner. Peak. The red.
Bro, someone in the chat earlier said, talked about the arcade aspect. Right, there's even a Pac-Man machine in the corner. Now, frankly, I'm more of a Frogger guy myself. I love me some fucking Frogger. But I ain't gonna say no to a goddamn Pac-Man machine.
Retro revival is the work of Tim Sparks, CEO of Dalen Corporation, which I talked about. He wants to renovate his restaurants. The response has been overwhelming. Of course it has. People come for 2 or 3 hours.
I'm gonna open a Pizza Hut next to Leon and give him a discount. That way we can get the fat Leon arc. No, because that would work. That's the problem. Is that would work.
Away, I'm not making that up. I would drive 2 or 3 hours to go to a classic Pizza Hut. I'm not gonna lie. I would totally do it. They come to the classic Pizza Hut. For many customers, walking the doors feels like reliving childhood memories. Families sit together while over pizza Hut, parents point out things their kids have never seen before, like tabletop arcade games and the famous stained glass lamps that once defined Pizza Hut experience. Families together. That's what people are craving. Connectivity.
I think she's entirely right. This is not just about 90s nostalgia, right? This, like, the 90s nostalgia aspect, that's the surface level gimmick. You hook people in with the 90s nostalgia. But really, I think that people in this modern day and modern age are craving just that togetherness. They're craving those virtues that seem lost, that seem like a foreign concept, or not even a foreign concept, just a thing of days past. You want to be able to just, whether it be your friends, whether it be your family, whether it be parents and their child, and like, hey, bring your best friend along. Like, that used to happen to us when we were kids all the time. Yo, we're going to Pizza Hut. Pick a friend. You can bring one friend, right? That the 90s nostalgia draws people in, but the family dynamic virtues and the virtues of togetherness is what will actually be the long-term strat for keeping them there.
Your family time together, having those quiet moments once again, and they are eating it up. And I can.
All right, unless you live in a black neighborhood, because I mean, quiet moments, really,
not blame them. Spark says the project is about much more about nostalgia in a world filled with screens and distractions. See, I didn't even read this ahead of time. He hopes these restaurants can become places where families can slow down.
I saw the Benchwarmers at the drive-in movie theater when it came out. I've never seen it since, but I saw the Benchwarmers at the drive-in movie theater when it came out. I don't remember a whole lot about the movie, but I do remember the line. How'd it go? It's like, what are steroids? Because earlier in the movie, dude was like bitching about macaroni, right? And later on, they're like, what are steroids? So it's things that make your pee-pee swell. Oh, there must be steroids in macaroni. Like, yeah, I do remember the Benchwarmers.
And genuinely spend time together. That's what I'm talking about. That's what it was like. It was amazing. I mean, we just you get that in holidays sometimes, but it's hard to find those moments now. Everybody has to work. Everybody's constantly on their phones. Everybody's constantly running. Now you're still gonna have your phones when you go to these places.
Yeah, and like, so my aunt messaged me. She texted me this morning. I haven't actually texted her back yet because I'm a bad nephew. But my aunt texted me saying, "Yo, you want to go to the amusement park? I think like May 30th or something like that." Dude, I'm in my fucking 30s. She's in her fucking 50s. I think she just wants to go to the amusement park so her and I and my grandfather can have some family time. We ain't probably gonna be riding rides or anything, or if we do, it'll be minimal. We'll probably just be like browsing the shops, maybe eating some kettle corn, stopping in one of the restaurants or whatnot. I think it's just more like, yeah, we want to do something together as a family, me, my aunt, my old man. And so, yeah, I'm absolutely going to do it. Now, I have to tell her, yes, but I'll need to be back here by like 5 o'clock because I have a show at 6 or something like that. But at the end of the day, yeah, I'm down to go. It's I don't really have an interest in the amusement park itself. I do have an interest in having those memories with especially my aging family members like my old man and my aunt.
But I think because there's such a demand for the old 80s and 90s feel for that experience, they're going to put the phone down to actually experience it. I'm sure I'll take some pictures for the gram and stuff, but they're going to put their phone down to experience it. It's about connecting once again. It's about remembering what it was like when we were kids.
This is true, but you can buy unpasteurized milk. That's what I buy. I do not buy pasteurized milk. I buy straight from the udder unpasteurized milk. Absolutely. Leon loves the clowns at the amusement parks. We know the real. Hey, Sev, have you ever seen? I don't know if you've ever seen it. Hypno. We might need to talk. Wasn't it on Saturday Night Hypnosis, one of the very first episodes I was ever on, where I went on that like 15-minute diatribe about how much I love clowns, how disrespected clowns are, how it's unfair to clowns, the way the media treats them and all these movies and whatnot. Like, I first of all, memory unlocked because I haven't thought about that rant in a long time. But yes, I unironically love clowns. I wanted to go to clown college at one point and learn to be a clown. But yes, I am a huge supporter of the art of being a clown. I think that it's an incredible art. My great aunt, who I've never met, apparently actually was, my grandmother's sister was a clown. Didn't know that. You mentioned that, and also how you love watching clown porn. Okay, I did not say that. I didn't say that. But yes, I love clowns, and I might need to see if I can convince Hypno to go back and find that rant and send it to me.
We would go to Pizza Hut with our parents and family and have a sit down experience. I'd say dinner, but it was dinner and experience. I remember one time we were there at Pizza Hut, and my dad. So the waitress that we always had, she was always there. Her name was Tina, and she would always joke with us and stuff. Well, one time she was putting a piece of pizza on a plate, and she almost dropped it into my dad's lap. And then I said, "Oh, Dad, that'd be the hottest thing you've had in your lap in a long time." And I about killed the waitress because she couldn't stop laughing. I also got thrown out of the same Pizza Hut when I was in high school because they caught me loosening the lids on the cheese and the pepper flake shakers, which I shouldn't have done, but I was young and stupid. But I have a lot of memories tied to Pizza Hut. When I used to teach art, I'd go in and there'd be like, scout meetings or things, and the kids would see me and they come running up to give me hugs and stuff like that, because the little kids, they love to get hugs.
It's so weird to think about just like this bastion of capitalism and corporatism as this thing that we're nostalgic for. But behind all that, now mind you ain't gonna you're never gonna catch me talking about capitalism like it's a negative thing. Your boy loves making money. That's why we got the grift goal. That's why we doing the whole motherfucking where is it right here? Don't ruin the 90s fund. So by all means, I'm not knocking capitalism. What I'm trying to get at with that is you never thought, in the early days of Pizza Hut, this is gonna be something I'll miss. This is gonna be something that actually does have emotional weight to it. There's memories. There's like, it's more than just nostalgia. Nostalgia used to be considered a mental disorder, by the way. Nostalgia, the way it's used now is very different than what it meant when the term was first invented, which was as a medical diagnosis in like the 1860s or something. But the point is, there are actual, it's a craving for something that at the time was so benign. Like, yeah, you go there, you eat some fucking pizza, maybe you laughed. 20, 30 years later, there is actual emotional resonance with, these are the memories I made at Pizza Hut. Yes, John Wayne Gacy and It did irreparable damage to clowns. Absolutely.
Back then you could hug kids and it was fine. So they'd come running up to see me and they'd want to hug me and stuff. And so I have all kinds of fantastic memories associated with pizza. And I have one that's...
And yeah, you're right. It's recognizable iconography. That is a much better way to put it. It is a triangular slice of Americana. It is a grease, cheese, and pep covered slice of Americana. I know what showbiz is. We don't have showbiz in my area though. So I know what showbiz was, but we didn't have them in my area. My area was exclusively dominated by Chuck E. Cheese.
Not so fantastic, but it was mean, but it's kind of funny. So I didn't have a learner's permit yet to drive, because back then you had to do the test and they'd send it to you. So I hadn't gotten the learner's permit yet. And it was the Pizza Hut night. And my mom insisted I drive. And I'm like, I'm not driving because I don't have a permit. And she made me drive to Pizza Hut. And I was sobbing because I was afraid I was going to get pulled over. And I was afraid I would.
Do I like Chuck E. Cheese? I'm a 31-year-old male now. I've got no business being at a Chuck E. Cheese unless I'm there like for a child that I'm related to. So I've not been to a Chuck E. Cheese in a long time. But yes, I did enjoy Chuck E. Cheese back in the day, of course. Absolutely.
I was going to get arrested and I was terrified I was going to get in trouble. And we got to Pizza Hut and my mom pulled my permit and said, "Oh yeah, by the way, your permit came today." Still love Pizza Hut, still love my mom. Anyway,
see, I still love Pizza Hut and I don't love my mom.
And I love everything about this. I love it so much. I love positive things that are things that you can just are happening in the world and not.
Little Caesars has gone through such a renaissance, bro. Little Caesars has gone through such a renaissance, bro. They went from being that like, yo, you're broke and or homeless here to like, oh fuck, this pie is actually good. The pretzel pie from Little Caesars is fucking fire. I miss Godfather so much. Dude, we have 3 of them around where I live. We have 3 of them. Between the city I live in and the next adjacent town, we have 3 Godfathers. That's where I took my dad for Father's Day last year. It was Godfather's Pizza. And it was funny because so I took my dad to my dad, not a gamer, right? My dad's not a gamer. He's he likes watching my content. He supports me. My dad is very normie nerd, right? he likes the classic Star Wars movies. He likes, you know, he read some Spider-Man comics growing up. You know, he probably played a few games here or there. My dad, not a gamer, right? So he didn't know anything about The Last of Us. He really liked season 1. Well, season 2, the murder of Joel in season 2 happened right around Father's Day last year. So I took my dad to Godfather's Pizza for Father's Day. We're sitting at the table, and he's all like, yo, why did they kill off the main character like 2 or 3 episodes in? I'm not even going to watch the show anymore. And I just fucking laughed because it's like, oh, yeah, don't worry. I went through this already like 5 years ago. So, yeah, it was when he was driving me to the airport to go to Orlando for the meetup. This is how you know we're winning, people. This is how you know we are winning. Because when my normie dad, who has the white picket fence, I mean a literal white picket fence around his house, when he, you know, he's got the fucking the 2.5, you know, he's a regular dad, he watches football, you know, goes to church, the white picket fence. When he's driving me to the airport, it's like 8 a.m. right on the ride to Orlando, and he goes, did you hear that they're turning all this Star Trek shit super gay? And I was like, the normies are waking up. My 59-year-old father gets it.
Things that you're just like, I used to love that. Now you find a way to ruin it. This is like fantastic. So they tracked down the original decor. They said it hasn't been easy. Spark said of the vintage pieces, especially classic Pizza Hut lamps, are incredibly difficult to find. He plans to continue restoring more locations in the future. Hot damn, yes. You know, Pizza Hut, instead of shutting down restaurants like crazy, you know, 49 locations just shut down. I guess overnight, practically, quietly shut down. Instead of shutting these down, I mean, if you have a lot of locations in one area, I can understand shutting some down. I can see it if you have a lot of locations in one area, you might want to shut some stuff down. But instead of shutting them down, why don't you give this a try? Why don't you go back and
Remember
get manufacturers, you know,
I don't believe so. I don't know if we have one of those in my area. Bowser's Foundation Software Video Game Retailer eventually. Oh, no. So we had EB Games where I lived before it was GameStop. So I don't know if some locations were Babbage's, because it says Babbage's became GameStop. We had maybe some locations were EB Games, some were Babbage's, like depending on where you are in the country. But yeah, we had EB Games before it became GameStop where I live.
The permission, at least, that if franchisees want to, you know, get the old decor back, if they can't find it, that they can have it remade. And then you have their blessing and you give them the you know, the patterns and the things that I'm sure you probably have in the archives to do this. Because people are excited about this. It's not that Pizza Hut isn't wanted. It's that but your current year Pizza Hut isn't wanted. Like, why did they strip all the personality out of restaurants in the United States? Like McDonald's, the new build.
It's a psyop. She asked a really good question. I'm gonna roll this back just in case you guys didn't hear it, because I'm about to go on a fucking schizo rant.
Wanted. It's that but your current year Pizza Hut isn't wanted. Like, why did they strip all the personality out of restaurants in the United States?
Because it's a psyop. Because it's a psyop. Because they want to demoralize you. They want to take away all the fun. They want to take away all the whimsy. They want to take away all the creativity. They want to homogenize everything. They want to be all this corporate assembly line bullshit because it's subconsciously demoralizing. When you wake up every fucking day and you drive past the McDonald's, which is now just a fucking square silver building, when it used to be all like purple and blues and pinks and like a slide coming out of it, and you say, oh, there's the big pop-up of Grimace and shit, and that's all gone. It's not because it was too expensive. It's not just, to cut costs. It's because there are fucking goblins up at the top of the food chain that want to completely utter and erode and destroy what made the U.S. some like part of, again, Americana, an artistic hub of, you know, let's just a bastion of positive capitalism, of absolute great capitalism. It's like, hey, yo, we got the fucking giant life-size Grimace out here waving hello to the kids. Bring them on inside. Also, buy yourself some fucking McDoubles while you're at it. Get a goddamn Big Mac or whatnot. It's okay. They cost $2.50 fucking cents because our economy is booming. And then they strip all that away to demoralize you, because that's the first step. They're not going to get you in the pods willingly. They're not just going to be like, yo, hey, we've got these pods here. Come check them out. No, they need to take away every single aspect of what made this country great so they can wear you down and break you down and basically look at the world like there's nothing to live for. It's all the same brutalist bullshit. And then you will live as the pods, you will eat the bugs, and you will be happy. That is why, in case she was curious. That's why they're taking away all the cool designs from the restaurants. I hate the timeline we live in, bro. Well, I say that. I actually don't hate the timeline we live in because we're actually talking about the return of the classic Pizza Hut. So, there's that.
Like McDonald's, the new buildings all look like corporate. Pizza Hut, everything just they don't have the cool building shape anymore. It's funny because you could always tell when a bank or a house or another business was a Pizza Hut because they have an iconic look that people will still remember to this day. You've lost what made you special, and your quest to bland up everything. Y'all lost it. Actually, funny story. Punxsutawney, where I am from, has a Burger King that is still in the 90s redesign. It's one of the...
I don't know. I've actually not noticed vending machine things. I don't see myself in a lot of locales that offer vending machines, so I didn't really know that happened to vending machines, if I'm going to be honest.
Few left. People actually come there just to go to the Burger King because it is still the 90s, with the teal and all that. It looks just like that. It still has those things about it. They did not change it to the new look. So people go there just to go see the old.
I talk about this all the time. I talk about this all the time. I'm going to talk about it again because this comment is relevant. About 6 months ago, your boy decided to rip through a bag of mushrooms, right? Your boy decided to rip through a bag of mushrooms and veg out and just have me a good old-fashioned trip, son. Dude, it's just like dazed and confused mode engaged. Pop on some, easy-to-function video games thing. I was playing Sonic because of fucking course I was. After ripping through a bag of mushrooms. And what I'd put on the TV to zen out to while I was going on my trip, classic 90s commercials. And my high brain noticed something I never fucking noticed before. My brain noticed something I'd never fucking noticed before. Bro, McDonald's commercials in the 90s? McDonald's commercials in the 90s? They didn't tell you the price of the food! They were so confident that your fat ass was just going to walk in for the new McRib or the Shamrock Shake. They didn't even put the price of the food in the commercials. It was just like, yo, here's the Shamrock Shake. See you tomorrow. The balls, dude!
Old 90s style, was early 2000s, somewhere in there, Burger King. And because it's a classic retro stuff. If you want to see an old Burger King, go to Punxsutawney because you'll see one there. And people love it. Like, they make videos about it. They love it so much. People are excited.
And they were right.
And I'm looking at this and they said, he even said about, talked about the fact that people were putting their phones down. Here's this one. They're saying, we get them here, families put their phones down and talk to each other, just like I was talking about. And he said, I'm not going to tell you how to fix the world, but I do think that family is a good place to start. Yes. Family, connectivity, going back to a time where you
almost all my favorite family memories are at restaurants. They're either restaurants or holidays. And I don't remember the fucking memories because of how good the food was. I remember I was like 12 years old. I went to a Ponderosa with my granny when she was still alive, my aunt and my old man. Maybe my little sister was there. I don't really remember. If she was there, I blocked her out. But the point is, I remember just having the most fun on stopping at a Ponderosa in fucking Florida while we were on vacation. I don't remember the food. I don't remember what I ate. I just remember that I loved having that dinner with my old man, my granny, and my aunt. I don't even know if Ponderosa's still around now that I think about it.
You called your friends on the phone. You didn't have to text them all the time. Where you go hang out. Where your family and you go sit down to a dinner and you talk. Yes, please. We need to bring that back. Everybody's so disconnected and they're turning into robots and little drones on their own. And this way you can bring people back to what matters. And I agree with this 100%. So there you go. I mean, we should probably find out where these are located. But if they're owned by Dayland Corporation, there's a good chance you might be able to find one of the retro Pizza Huts nearby in that area. I don't know if there's a link.
What was the name of it? Owned by the
retro Pizza Hut. Dayland Corporation. There's a good chance.
Tim Sparks, CEO of. All right, hold on. I'm going to Google this. Dude, I typed in Tim Sparks, and Tim Sparks Pizza Hut locations was the first one to come up. Pennsylvania, New York, Florida, Ohio, Indiana, Michigan, Kentucky, Wisconsin, Georgia, North Carolina, and Virginia. Unfortunately, not in any state near me. I guess Kentucky's kind of near me. I border Kentucky, but that would still probably, like, depending on where in Kentucky, be quite a drive. Damn. Well, to shout at any of you guys in or near Pennsylvania, New York, Florida, Ohio, Indiana, Michigan, Kentucky, Wisconsin, Georgia, North Carolina, and Virginia.
Chance you might be able to find one of the retro Pizza Huts nearby in that area. I don't know if there's a list of locations or not, but even Inc. has it in here. They're all talking about it. This man's mission to return Pizza Hut to retro glory, and it may save the company. Yes, I've been telling you, they even brought back Book It. They brought back Book It in the summers. I guess they've done it for a few years now. If you guys don't know what Book It was
Book It the thing where, like, if you read a book or read a certain amount of books, if you're like in like 3rd grade or under, you get like the free personal pizza? Wasn't that what Book It was? I remember that. I remember doing that.
You read books and you got free personal pan pizzas. It was like a whole thing in the schools. They're bringing back, yes, please bring back the retro glory. You want to save these companies? Take it back. Go backwards instead of forwards. People are tired of AI. They're tired of digital. They're tired of everything being, so bland and impersonal. Go back to retro. Embrace the past, and you will find your future. It's not that hard. Stop, give people what they want. When it comes to Hollywood, stop taking movies and reinventing them. Just give them a new movie based on what they love, based on the past. Stop trying to take everything and make it your own, and instead understand that people already did it. There was already peak. How can you cash in on peak? That you learn from them, learn from who did it right, learn from your mistakes, and turn back the clock. Bring back personality to restaurants. Bring back, connectivity. Bring back family as a center.
But again, it's the global cabal that's taking them away. So I'm not advocating for this to happen. I don't want this to happen. I am going to make a little bit of a prediction, though. Make a little bit of a prediction. Sometime in the next few years, if this goes off, if this pops off, this becomes a big deal. If old CEO Timmy Boy here, if old CEO Timmy Boy ends up making a killing and bringing in swaths of money and families and nostalgia by, like, propping up those family values that were found with us in classic Pizza Hut, he may or may not get Luigi Mangione. I'm just saying it's possible. We may be looking at the Luigi Mangione situation of fucking triangular carbs and grease. And shout out to Anjuna Main for I see you sent the high five. What are those things called? Jewels. I appreciate that. Thank you.
They spent years trying to ruin, the basic family structure. It's not working. People don't want that. So embrace it. I just can't. But here's some of the pictures. They have like the old lights. God, I love this so much. Sorry to get so excited, but I'm just so genuinely thrilled to death that they're doing this. Just genuinely happy about it. Talking about Tunkhannock has one in Pennsylvania. They said there's 38 classics run by the corporation right now, but they said they're going to get.
I think so. Like, to my knowledge, they replaced super stickers, and we made money out of it. So YouTube has not been particularly clear about the whole jewels thing. So I'm sure I do. I don't know what or how much or what the split is or anything. I'm just appreciative anytime you guys do any sort of donation or anything. It means the world to me. It allows me to continue having the greatest fucking job in the world. So however you guys want to support, if you can, feel free. If you can't or it's not within your means, then obviously don't as well. But yeah, that's I don't know really anything about the jewels. It was a very strange thing. They're not particularly clear cut about much. That is also true. YouTube is not particularly clear cut about a lot of things.
Like 80, I think they said they're trying to get up to 80, but they're bringing the old arcade machines back. So I'm interested now because apparently there's some in PA, so now I gotta find one.
EB coming in with a gifted Words of Paradise membership. Shout out. Thank you so much. This is for you.
Plan B! This is for everyone you've killed! England, murderer!
Hold your fire! This man isn't black!
Shout out. Appreciate you.
I get my butt over to one of these. I don't know if there's a list of them. I'm looking. Oh, here, Dalen Corporation. Do they have a list? Let's see. Our locations. They have the classics. Okay, Pennsylvania, Mansfield, Taconic, Wellsboro. We used to live over that way. Here's some different locations. They have not all these are classics. You have to look and see which ones are classics, but they have locations in Florida, Georgia, Indiana, Kentucky, North Carolina, Ohio, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Virginia, Wisconsin.
Dude, that could be a fucking trip, though. That could be a grift trip. Like, all right, because I live a state over. Like, I border Kentucky. That would be a fun. Like, all right, let's travel to one of the classic Pizza Huts and do a stream from there. That'd be fun. That'd be a blast.
In New York. Have you been to one of these? If you've been to one of these, please comment and let us know how it is. I'm super excited to hear about it. I'm glad they're going to do more and more. So if there's one of these near you, they might be switching it to the classics.
Took me a sec to realize what you did here. Inguba Ongoba Oba. It's the rearranging of Bingo Bango Bongo. I see it. I loves it. I appreciates it. Thank you oh so much. And then Xavier coming in with 5 gifted Words of Paradise memberships. You absolute legend. Thank you so goddamn much. I don't know if Hypno is still watching, but just in case he is, just in case he is, I feel like I need recompense for him saying that I watch gay clown porn.
Like, I don't think humans were meant to see sissy hypno inflation compilations.
But hey, by the way, did you know that I suck dick as a man? I lick the ass of other men. But really quick, I lick the balls of a man.
I mean, it's just what I heard. It's just what I heard. I don't know if it's true. I don't claim to report on the truth. I'm just going off what the word on the street is. Alrighty, shout out. Thank you so much.
If they aren't, go ask them to do it. So there you have it. Some good news for Sunday. Some exciting, fun, happy news that we're all craving. So please comment and let us know.
Trans clown porn would just be mime porn. Just saying.
What you think, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.
Alrighty, that was a good video. I enjoyed that. I like just like waxing nostalgia with you guys about the Pizza Hut. That was cool. That was a lot of fun. Here is the link. That way you guys can give the video a like. Let's see. We about an hour and 15 in. By the way, you don't earn money from Jules unless you accept into the program and earn tab from a YouTube account. Otherwise, people are wasting money. I don't know if I did that or not. That's a good thing. Let's check real quick. Let's see. Where are they? Someone guess. That's awful strange. I don't see an option even. Funny, I don't even see an option for Jules. That's pretty whack because I don't even see an option for Jules in the fucking studio. Is it gonna be one of those things where it can only happen on fucking mobile? I really would rather you guys not earn your would rather you guys not waste your fucking money. Well, I'll figure that out after the stream. I appreciate you, Hypno, for clarifying that. Yeah, you don't earn Jules unless you accept the partner earned. That wasn't even in the earn tab. Of course, they made it obtuse. Yeah, no, it was not under. I was looking under gifts. I did not see it under gifts. Check Discord. Yeah, well, I have that turned on, but when it said gifts, I assumed it was talking about gifted memberships. I assumed they were talking about gifted memberships. Here, I'll check that again real quick. But if so, then yeah, I've got that turned on and you guys are fine. Let's see. Yeah, I assume that's because gifts is turned on. So, all right, that should be fine. Yeah, you guys should be good then. Because I would hate you wasting your money like that. But yeah, it looks like it's normal. Showed 4 turn on options, give super chat, super stickers, super things. Yeah. If it's on, then you're good. Yep, it was on. Yeah, it was on. So you guys are good. You don't need to worry. You haven't wasted anything. I appreciate it. Alrighty. So I have no idea how long this is going to take. What I do know, Skyebrows released a new video. Skyebrows released a new video. I won't lie. I've been on such a Skyebrows kick for the last like month and a half because he hasn't released anything. I've been waiting, and he hasn't. It's been like a month or more since his last upload. I've been like obsessively listening to Skyebrows on fucking Spotify or on YouTube in the car when I drive. It's like this. I need the next Skyebrows song. And then he called it Skyop. Skyop. Are we about to call out the government? Is that what we're doing here? Is Skyebrows about to use VTuber waifus in an AI song to call out the psyops and the fucking governments? Is he a glowy? No. I refuse to believe it. Let's fucking go. This already seems so much more intense than when you use it. Because, like, again, this isn't dogging on Skyebrows. I've been listening to his music obsessively. But usually it's very chill. Like, he's got some that aren't necessarily, like, Amelia's isn't really chill. But I wouldn't say it goes hard in terms of, like, the techno beat and whatnot. Out the gate, this is going fucking hard. Y'all know I'm gonna need your help because I only recognize so many of the VTubers, right? I only recognize so many of them. So you know I'm gonna need chat's help with this. That's the Boogosphere. Bro, he's going in with the conspiracies. Like this is a fucking tinfoil haters filled thing. Dude, that's the Boogosphere right there. That's the Boogosphere. Okay, so hold on. Is this all right? So knowing this, we're starting over. Okay, so obviously this is Skyebrows himself. He's surrounded by what I assume is screen. I don't know who this is. Maybe you guys do, but maybe she's fighting the Men in Black. Is that and yeah, I'm very familiar with psyop anime. But if this is a particular VTuber I don't know. Oh, that's psyop anime's character? Oh, okay. This is the psyop. Gotcha. I didn't realize that. Super cool. Okay. And yeah, she's beating up what I assume is the Men in Black. Yeah, we got the Boogosphere. Nice. This is so much more up my like. Don't get me wrong. I love VTubers. I'm friends with so many of them, but I don't know very many of them as well. Now you start talking conspiracies. I think that orb guy was actually Holy. What Holy was that? Holy Ball? No. I mean, if it is, hold on. Let me show you. Google Boogosphere images. If that's not what it's supposed to be, then the whole, because like this is the Boogosphere, right? So compare that to what he's got right here. That if that's not what it is, that is way too coincidental. This has absolutely got to be a reference to the Boogosphere. Holy Ball is one of the Skyebrows. Oh man, and here I was thinking that we caught something real cool. I mean, not that's not cool, but that's absolutely Holy Ball. The red suit makes me think it's him. Okay, but does Holy Ball have a... Hold on, let me look at Google who that is. Holy Ball. Let's see. Is he another YouTuber? Holy ball put. Oh, okay. I see what this is. All right, fair enough. It probably is this. Damn it. I was so excited. I thought I caught something right out the gate. Okay, so apparently it's this character. I'm going to go with my head canon. It's a reference to the fucking Bogosphere, though. It's called Skyop. Come on now. I've seen this avatar before, but I don't know who this one is.
Saturated, inundated.
Whoa, okay. All right, so obviously you've got some sort of just like techno monster here, like a fucking digital. What are they called in Hellraiser? What are the creatures called in Hellraiser, like by Pinhead and shit like that? Xenobite. You've got this like digital Xenobite here that is offering up endless content. Yeah, Cenobites, yeah.
Saturated, inundated.
Saturated, inundated. And then whatever this fucking creature is.
Moderated, suffocated, not.
Moderated, suffocate. I like that. Yeah. Absolute. We've been suffocating under the AI moderation on YouTube as of late. May want to put on subtitles. I thought usually you had. There we go. But yeah, I mean, how many of you guys haven't been able to send chats? Your chats have been disappearing, or you've not been able to send super chats because of the fucking AI moderation suffocating you. We watching this like analog horror. That's why I always do them. I get comments all the time under my Skyebrows reactions that are one of two things. I love how deep you go into them. Pause. I love the deep dives you do into these. Or the other one is, Jesus, why are you pausing every 5 seconds? Like, because A is a reaction, B, I want to soak in every fucking detail.
Sealed, shifting blame. Discord earned its name.
Yo, Discord earned its name as a bar. The videos are meant to be paused. That's my thoughts exactly. That's my thoughts exactly. Bro, you're worse than Cindy with the pausing. When it comes to this sort of thing, absolutely. Unlike Cindy, I don't go off on fucking irrelevant side tangents for 20 fucking minutes. When I pause, it's because there's actually something to genuinely dissect within the video. But Discord earned its name. Yeah, that's a bar.
I hate the cold machine feeding on the same.
The fucking monster that is CNN. Nice.
Same routine, give me.
Y'all know what this is, right? Y'all know what this is, right? This is clever. Weaklings won't last a minute. Listen to EFAP. No kidding. For those of y'all, I'm not seeing anyone in the comments get it. This is the fucking Pastafarian monster. This is the Pastafarian monster. Like the god of Pastafarianism. Yep, the flying spaghetti monster. Yep, exactly. It's the flying spaghetti monster. That's great. What a reference. Church of Flying Spaghetti. Yep.
Something I can feel through tin foil and stainless steel underneath the skin where the rot begins.
All right, there was clearly a bunch of characters there. I didn't recognize any of them. I don't disagree with the tangent. It wouldn't be right for you to do that. I don't know what you're talking about, Yuzambong. You're supposed to pause videos and talk. That's what a reaction is. Oh, was one of those Amalgamite? I should have known that. Her and I actually do.
Foil and stainless steel underneath the skin.
Oh, right there. You're right. I didn't clock it. It was so fast. You're right. I didn't clock it. That's Amalgamite. Okay. You're a man saying as a woman for her to do that. It's cute. If you're a tangent like Cindy, it would be infuriating. Well, I mean, not if I have something valid to say.
Where the rot
This is that VTuber that just had a kid, I think, right? Isn't this like that Fox VTuber that just had a son or a child? I think there was a reference to that in his recent Foxu song. Recognize the hoodie guy from the video you saw? Yeah, one looked like Batman. I didn't know if that was supposed to be a VTuber or what. One of them looked kind of like... Now, this one... This looks like Hypno's classic avatar. If you guys have been watching Hypno for a long time, this looks like what Hypno used to look like back in the day. Now, I like Hypno's new look better. But yeah, Hypno back in the day was just in a fucking gray hoodie with a spiral design, with a black spiral design on it, kind of just covering his fucking face. This looks like classic Hypno.
Underneath the skin, where the rot begins, give me something I can feel, something.
I don't know who this is, but it looks like a reference to Serial Experiments Lane. Like, I could be wrong, but this just looks like a reference to the anime, one of the greatest anime of all time, Serial Experiments Lane. Like I'm not gonna knock Neon Genesis Evangelion, but I will say that all the love that Evangelion gets should go. It is Lane? Nice! I knew I clocked the reference. All the love that Evangelion gets should actually go to Lane. It is the much better, much more sophisticated, much deeper anime. Not to say that Evangelion isn't, but Lane is exponentially better. That's a dope reference to put in a song called Sky Op. I'm quite impressed. I will. Eva's overrated as fuck. Eva does have a banger opening though. Cruel Angel's Thesis is one of the best anime openings of all time. Oh, I don't know if it's actually a reference to that, but I would think it has to be. I would think it has to be a reference to Serial Experiments Lane. Skybrow bingo. Because that's what all of us YouTubers play when we do this. That's what all of us YouTubers play when we react to a Skyebrows video. We fucking play Skybrows bingo. All right, next Skybrow video, we're going to break it out. We're going to do it. We're going to break out. I will make a like visual card to pull up on screen of all the different VTubers and reference ideas. And yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll play Skybrows bingo for the next one. How does that sound, chat? All right, first of all, I love that we're about to get into the rap. We're gonna have to give it a sec. All right, we got JD Advanced. That's supposed to be Kangmin Lee. I'm not sure. Tim Pool. We got the Creamy Manjaro. Pipkin Pippa. I don't know this reference. I mean, it just looks like He-Man. I don't know this reference. And then I've seen the goat, but I don't know its name. I've seen the goat pop up in other videos, but I don't know his... Joe's Rogaine. Thank you. Yeah. Dimfool, Joe's Rogaine. Thank you. Griffin Knight plays Skybrows bingo. Okay. Guess we got called out. Yeah. Everyone getting called out. Absolutely. What's the bingo prize? That's a good question. I don't know. Think Lane is boring as fuck. You are so wrong. Probably Tony. Overclocked expensive RAM. I didn't know that was the name of that character. I've seen that character in all the videos, or several of the videos, but I didn't know that was his name. I appreciate that. I learned so much more about the Skybrows extended universe. And I will say Skybrows extended universe and not cinematic universe, because fuck that MCU reference. We're going with some OG. With every single one of these reactions we do. It's great.
At once, every weather in the head, every featherweight.
Okay, I want to catch this lyric.
Everything everywhere, every error aired at once. Every weather in the head, every featherweight a ton. Noise scatters, mangled chatter, muddies matters on the screen.
Noise scatters, mangled chatter, muddies matter on the screen. A bar like that while showing off Tucker Carlson. Dude is going just fucking balls out on this video. Nope. Number one is Past the Monster Meat. Milady only got one season, but haven't seen better examples of heroic virtue. I don't know what you're referring to. That is not relevant to what we were talking about whatsoever. Yeah, Tucker Carlson. That is it. Noise scatters, mangled chatter, muddies matters on the screen with Tucker Carlson, and this evil visage is wild.
Every weather in the head, every featherweight a ton. Noise scatters, mangled chatter, muddies matters on the screen. Tangled wires and channels, meaning severed, sick obscene. Tripwire, violet circuit, watch the moderators. And channels, meaning severed, sick obscene. Tripwire, violet.
How is it this motherfucker always makes Asmongold look like a Chad? Always makes Asmongold looking like a Chad. And yeah, Skyebrows about to get in trouble big time. Yeah, Tucker Carlson gonna be big mad. Also, I think what he's going for here, and I could be wrong, but I think what he's going for is the like, remember those old iTunes ads from the mid 2000s of all the different like moving the dance moves and whatnot with the various colors? You thought it was Charlie? There's no way that's Charlie. Look at the hairline. There's no way that's Charlie. Look, the hairline is all the way up here. I imagine this got to be Asmongold. And yeah, Asmon, absolutely one of the OGs. Dead on. Correct.
Watch the moderators raise masked opinions just to fail to save the. Watch the moderators raise masked opinions.
This is the dude, I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure this is the CNN guy he's the only guy at CNN, and obviously it's a fucking psyop, which is why it's in here. And I love that he also thinks this is a psyop. This is the one dude at CNN that is also that's always pumping up Trump's approval numbers. Harry Hinton, is that his name? Yeah, Harry Hinton. Okay, I'll take your word that that's his name. But yeah, the one guy at CNN that is always pumping up Trump's approval numbers. Fucking great ass reference.
Opinions just to fail.
And masked opinions just to fail to save the face. Yeah, basically he's acknowledging the psyop. Like, oh, CNN has to, at least in some way, shape, or form, report positively on Trump's numbers for one of two reasons. One, to give the illusion that they're, unbiased, again, to save face. Or B, because it's actually a psyop and it's meant to really rally the Democrats into order to go out and vote so that they can beat Trump. You got to make Trump look unbeatable so that it makes people want to rise up like an underdog. And brilliant. The dual meaning here is great.
Save the face now, here, waiting for the sky to clear.
I don't know who this is. He's giving me Paul, you're still in the chat. What's the blue-white planeswalker who can manipulate time? The black dude? Like, he's black. I'm pretty sure his colors are Teferi? Is that his name? This is the vibe I'm getting, though. I swear to God, Future, if you're not still watching, I'm going to be so pissed off because I'm directly asking you a question. Layer upon layer, Skyebrows got some serious skills. He does. He absolutely does. Teferi, not Teferi. Teferi, thank you. I'm getting major Teferi vibes for Magic the Gathering off this homeboy right here. I don't know who it actually is. Black dude holding a chess piece. Honestly, he looks kind of like Niat. I know it's not. He looks kind of like my boy Niat. This dude was all dressed up in front of the loop, pretending to play chess with himself. He became a meme for a second. I didn't know that. I am not aware of that meme. I have never seen that meme. I'm just going to call this Teferi.
Something I can feel, certified and safely.
He Jewed out Nux to the max. Holy shit. Bro, this gotta be a hate crime. And I mean that in the best way. We need more of this. Like this is next level racism, and I love it. Like, dude, this is some you cannot learn this level of racism at the trailer park, right? This is advanced tier racism. This is amazing. Wait, that was Nux? No, yeah. Look at the fucking head thing here. Look at the fucking head thing. That's fucking wild.
Underneath the skin, where the plot thickens.
Is this a why am I blanking on it? Oh my god. The Vin Diesel movie. Pitch Black. Is this a Pitch Black reference? I mean, bald guy wearing these sorts of glasses. Is this a
Beneath the skin, where the
I mean, unless it's something I was right. It is a Pitch Black reference. Nice.
plot thickens. Give me something I can feel. Silence, give me something
I feel like I should get this. This looks familiar. Announcing departure from this station. Announcing departure from the station. Now heading to Keynote Casino. Oh, could not care less. I don't watch Keynote Casino. But enjoy yourself. Have fun, Icy Blue Angel. That's how Leon sees Diesel in his sees the Diesel in his sleep. Oh, is it just alien drug dealers? Is that all it is? Is that something that simple? Nah, I think Skyebrows is too cool to reference something gay like Paul. The alien from Mac and Me selling crack. Yeah, okay. It might be the alien from Mac and Me. Fair enough. It might be the alien from Mac and Me.
I can feel.
Don't know who this is, but this is a sick ass design.
Something I can feel.
I don't know who this is. I don't know what this is, but this is the exact energy I want to hold my entire life, bro. This is the exact energy that I want to like just carry into my entire life. MTV reference? Okay. MTV reference. More like cracking me. Oh, dude, I haven't done anything for sure. First time. Oh, yeah. I guess this is your first time as well. Okay. I'd swear the dude in the hair is a space dandy. Well, see, that was actually my initial thought. That was my initial thought. It was space dandy, but I know that's not correct.
More and more forms. More and more forms, more lore.
More and more lore, more forms, ornate normalcy. I wish I understood this one because this is really cool looking. Yeah, I wish I understood this one. This one, Maxell. Audio commercial from the 80s. One swept hair while indoors. Yeah, that's life goals for sure. Yeah, exactly. Pablo says Jake Maxell. Oh, wait, this is Jake Monroe? Well, the umbrella looks familiar because, I mean, it looks quite like the umbrella from, from the corporation, Umbrella Corporation. If this is Jake Monroe, I don't think it works. I'm going to be real. Got to criticize when I think it's criticism. Yeah, Umbrella Corp psyop. See, that was my initial thought. Nothing else is very Resident Evil about this except for the umbrella. So I was like, okay, if that umbrella is a reference to the umbrella logo, then cool. That's clever. I do like that. But if the person holding it's supposed to be Jake Monroe, I don't think that's a very good rendition. Catch you later, Lord Dragneel.
Forms, more lore, ornate normalcy. Equanimity, infinity, and trust.
This dumb bitch. We covered her. It's Aze Ultra Capital stuff. I would need to be explained what that is, if I'm being honest. I would need to be explained what that is. Aze Alter Capital. Hold on. Oh, Aze Alter, and he makes this Capital of Conformity, a viral dystopian AI-generated short film and ongoing sci-fi series. Okay, so it's a reference to another. Cool. I will have to look into that. That sounds. Sports retribute totality resistance, trade their identities for unending joy, constant surveillance, and artificial companionship. See, the unending joy part, because I almost said it reminds me of We Happy Few. If anybody played that game back in the day, We Happy Few, that was my thought. So it sounds like this Aze Alter thing is not too terribly different. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll need to bookmark that. That sounds cool.
Atrocity, affinity, password is secure, but the words begin to slow. Affinity, atrocity, affinity.
My people. My people. And then you got, look at all these gay ass fucking flags here. Look at all. It's because of people like this that the world needs people like this. I'm just saying.
The password is secure, but the word.
All right, looks like I can't actually read anything.
Words begin to slur, so cut the cord, break the cradle, watch it bleed. Dreamers lost and found.
There's a lot going on here. I could tell this looks like it's supposed to be there's our girl Cinny. Nice. There's Cinny. Why am I blanking on? Is that Decoy? I hate fake ass flags. Yeah, me too. Sounds like Pendulum. Don't know what that is, but I'm loving the sound. Those people are both on the same side, Leon. I don't know how much you know about the KKK, if you think that, homie. I don't know how much you know about the KKK. My grandfather was a grand wizard. Great-grandfather was a grand wizard. Don't know how much you know about the KKK, if you think they're on the same side. Yeah, you got, so Harambe, Decoy, obviously, our girl Cinny. I don't recognize anyone else. I don't think I do, at least. That's interesting, Leon. So is mine. I wonder if we're cousins. Cousin brothers, given, the South. But, really. I wasn't making that up. Yeah, my great-grandfather was a grand wizard in the KKK, yes. I never met the guy. I don't know him. But, that's why I'm allowed to be racist. It's okay for me to be racist. My great-grandfather was racist. Phil. Oh, it's Phil, not Decoy? Okay. Nines. I don't know what Nines is. KKK being just another extremist group is my point. Well, yeah. That's a bad point. Being an extremist group doesn't mean you're on the same side. You said they're on the same side. Hold on. Where was your comment? Oh, no, it was Public that said they're on the same side. Never mind. It was Public that said they're on the same side. Yeah, I learned it from watching you. He did die when he got kicked in the head by a mule, though. Damn! I need to find out. I'll ask my grandma if that's how her dad died. Next to the blonde girl is Music-y. The next to her is Nines. Okay. Carucho with the gray hair, possibly. You're getting landing out names I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with this at all. The KKK is no more racist than Antifa. Yeah, I don't disagree with that whatsoever. All I said was they're not on the same side. Y'all are looking into this way too fucking deep. All I said was they're not on the same side, which is objectively true. My family has a landmark Rutherfordom called the Baggerstadt family hanging tree. Checkmate. Damn, that is impressive. That is impressive. All right, we're moving on.
Cast your seed into the feed. Give fake sex appeal.
Deep fate sex appeal. Man, he is a lyrical fucking whiz, bro.
Underneath the skin, where the truth sinks in.
All right. It took me a sec, but I got it. It took me a sec, but I got it. The truth sinks in. Let that sink in. Elon with the sink. Is that rock guy Slash with the top hat? No, that's not Slash. It's got to be some VTuber that has like animal companions or something, if I had to guess.
Give me something I can feel with that deep fake sex appeal. Underneath the skin, where the truth sinks in. Give me something I can hear.
Is this
Where the truth sinks in. Give me.
Is this that homeboy, Oliver Anthony? Is that his, not Oliver Anthony? Tyler Oliveira? Is that his name? Or is this the Ace At? Is this the viewer that Asmongold's been reacting to that actually lives in Iran and like is trying to give updates as to what's going on there? The Iranian guy? Yeah. Okay. It's Iranian, bro. Yeah, it's the one that Asmongold's been reacting to. Yeah. Okay. I didn't know his name. I get it now. The reason I thought there was Tyler Oliveira because he's been going to these multiple other countries exposing stuff and whatnot. The Iranian viewer of Asmongold. Yeah. Yep. All right. Cool. We got it. We figured it out.
Something I can heal. Something real.
He is so fucking timely. So fucking timely. Pragmata has been out for I believe I heard Skyebrows say something on the lines of like it takes him upwards of 30 hours to render these videos. Just to render them. That's not counting the lyricism. That's not counting the time it takes to actually make the song, to perfect it, to do all the posting. And he got the fucking Pragmata in there. He got the fucking Pragmata in there. That's awesome. Tesla pop.
Something real. Let me.
This is awesome. He has tamed Roko's basilisk. Like, he is so. I put Roko's basilisk in the intro to Temple of Haters, and I didn't think anybody would get it. And I felt better about the fact that nobody got it because when he put Roko's basilisk in one of his videos, I didn't get it. And I remember I was doing the reaction, and I was like, man, I don't know what this snake is here, but this is really cool. I like this. And Skyebrows commented, he goes, it's the white-pilled version of Roko's basilisk. And I didn't catch it's in most of his videos. I only caught it, I think it was 3 or 4 videos ago. And so since then, I mean, like, seeing the tame Roko's basilisk is fucking awesome. Super dope.
Free, so I can be exactly how you wanted me.
That was fucking sick. That was sick. All right, dropping the link. As always, make sure you give it a like, give it a follow, give it a sub. We react to every Skyebrows video. I have been just, dude, before like every stream, I was obsessively checking. It's like type in Skyebrows. Nope, no Skyebrows video. Bro. That fucking fast rap part with Tucker Carlson. I say this every time we do the reactions to him, but it can never be understated. yes, seeing the visuals are cool. Yes, seeing the references are cool. Yes, the video is a big component. These are AI music videos. Video with the visual, that allows to be a big component. But I feel like because of that, the actual the song, the musicianship behind it gets so it falls to the wayside for some folk. The guy, not just the lyrics though, public. I mean, yes, I agree the lyrics as well, but not just the lyrics. Like knowing when to put in like the big bass drum hits or when to have, the synthesizer do certain things. You could tell the guy is a classically trained musician. When the fuck you gonna create your own localized LM like Muda has, Leon? Do you need subsidized for your search to avoid helping data centers? I don't know what you mean. I'll be real. Don't know what you mean. When am I gonna make my own localized LLM? You say that like I had plans to do that. I mean, maybe it's a good idea, but it's certainly not high on my priority list. I don't think you guys realize how much time of the day is spent doing other YouTube related things, even when I'm not live. I'm a man of little time. That's why I don't get to do a whole lot on my gaming channel. I'm just a man of little time. But anyway, no, it's a whole package, but his lyrics do. Yeah, his lyrics are amazing. His lyrics are incredible. But yeah, you can't just, people are like, oh, AI, you just slap a prompt in there and it shits out whatever. Like, no, for him to be able to put together music like this and be this consistent and this good and whatnot, he has to understand music itself. He's obviously trained. Finding out that his mother was a musician due to the song he did about his mom or with his mom, yeah, it checks out. He obviously grew up in a very musically inclined family. But like, I'm so tired of the idea that it's just like, oh, AI is just doing all the work. No, homeboy clearly understands music. And I really hope other people point that out when they do Skyebrows reactions. Because I'm not sure who else does them besides Leaflet. I know I watch Leaflet's reactions to Skyebrows stuff, and I watch Cindy's reaction to Skyebrows stuff. Those are usually about the only two. And yeah, I really hope other people point out that the musicianship. Yeah, words are hard. I'm struggle busting right now. We've been going for about 2 hours of struggle busting. As musicians, you and I are both musicians. We are qualified to speak on this. He's a master. Absolutely. Could not agree more. Scotty G with a 20 bangers is excellent episode. Thanks. Look, I didn't do it on my own. I could not have done this without Skyebrows. So again, I dropped the link. Make sure y'all give him, took the do like 284,736,746 prompts. Probably. Yeah, 30 ounce. Oh, and Leon, do you have a Ko-fi? I don't know what that is. So no. I don't. Oh, yes, of course, a special thanks to Pizza Hut for indirectly sponsoring the stream. Alrighty. Crew, we've been going about 2 hours. We outie like 4 circles. Let's see who's live. Let's drop a link. Let's see. Give me one moment here. I am still bummed that I didn't get that Boogosphere thing right. I am still bummed about that. Damn. All right. Let's see who's live. Live. ERJ Viper. Oh, you know what? Amalgamite. She raided me yesterday, the day before. So we're going to raid her. We're going to raid Amalgamite. And then on Kick, literally nobody I know. Literally nobody I know is live right now. So Kick homies, who should we raid? Kick homies, who should we raid? Ask Smash about it. Ask Smash about what? Donate to you without others taking a quite sizable cut. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I will ask. Yeah, I'll ask Smash, or I'm sure Sebi probably knows. I don't know. I'm still learning who all is in this growing circle. When you say growing circle, do you mean and Tucker going out the deep end, acting? What is the psyop? So the psyop from Tucker Carlson is trying to psyop Christians into siding with Muslims against Jews. Like the psyop is Tucker Carlson using his Christian faith and Christian beliefs and Christian foundation to be pro-Islam and pro-Muslim. It's not even really about the against the Jews part. That part's kind of irrelevant. It's just the pro-Muslim. Yeah, Tucker Carlson. Exactly. He's Tucker Carlson. Oh, that's what I mean. VTubers. Yeah, there's like a core tight-knit group of folk that I'm with, and then it like sort of expands, and like, yeah, everyone's got their own circles and they all cross over. It's like the fucking Olympics bars. Like, obviously tight with the whole SNH crew, Cinny, Zax. I've occasionally talked with Leaflet and some of the others in that sort of circle. And then from there, like, yeah, we all sort of loosely, or at least connected in one way, shape, or form. If for nothing else, that we all share a large swath of our audience. There's a lot of crossover. Mama Akko, I love Mama Akko. I'm actually going to be on with Mama Akko on his show on Wednesday. Yes, I like that. The Venn diagram of based. The Venn diagram of based. Nick Fuentes says about Democrat. Yeah, I was going to cover that on Neon Leon. And then Cindy and Sevi started to be women and go off on tangents, and we didn't get to it. Anyway, did I miss something from Kick about who we need to rate on Kick? No, I did not. Well, my favorite Goku level, original Super Saiyan. Original Super Saiyan 1. Do I have a... No, I don't think I have just a regular Super Saiyan 1. No, I've got to show off. But yeah, no, just base form Super Saiyan and then Super Saiyan 4. Go on tangents? Wow. I mean, am I wrong, women? Am I wrong, women? All right, well, no Kick right then, unfortunately. Since it doesn't seem like anybody I know is live, and I didn't get any opinions from the Kick crew on who to raid, we're just going to go ahead. We're going to call it here. We're going to raid it Amalgamite, tell Amalgamite, Neon Leon raid, not Neon Leon, Vital Idol raid. Jesus Christ, I need sleep. I'll catch y'all on the flip-flop. Thank you so much to everybody that donated. It means the absolute world to me. It's because of you. I get to just have the greatest job in the world. I will see you tomorrow night for Tinfoil Haters. If you've not watched me and Sevi reacting to Leaflet's video, Groom Your Girlfriend, we did that, and that is live. That is posted. That video is up, so check that out. Videos and streams every day. And until next time, it is all here in the Nerdosphere. This has been Words of Paradise.